Wrestling Talk Show. I am your host, Angel. Wrestling Fanatic HD. We are back. We're going to kick this right off. This is, I think, the very first week we have not had a winner for our contest.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm in shock.
Each and every week we do a great contest here. You have to pick a picture. Well, there's a picture online. You have to guess who it is. Tons and tons and tons of emails rolled in. Unfortunately, nobody guessed it right.
Close.
You can send more than one request. Like if you guess, hey, I think it's this person, or I think it's that person. You can send more than one email, okay? That's no problem. So what we're going to do is, because there is no winner yet, we're going to keep it over to the end of this show. Rakisha, I think, had a couple extra cheeseburgers when they made this figure, okay? We're going to keep it over to the end of the show, so get the votes in, send them in now. There's some way on the computer checking all the emails out. So send it to showproevents@hotmail.com, subject to contest. We take a guess. Remember, you're going to win 4 autographed pictures and 1 autographed figure.
Use your mind, guys. Think, come on.
Speaking about Rikishi on the table and autographed items, these are the autographed items on the table this week. We just got this past weekend at an independent show. These guys are great. We got Kevin Nash to sign a bunch of different figures, a couple of his elites, his Raw draft figure, Rikishi draft figure. We also have Buff Bagwell's classic superstar figure, Kevin Nash's classic figure. We have promos signed by Carlito and also Buff Bagwell. And our featured special items of the week. One of our favorites is Jimmy's, signed by R-Truth and Little Jimmy. Okay? We had a little marker too. And this is the official Do Love Soccer. This is the only Do Love Soccer that was ever made. This by Mick Foley, obviously. His son is actually the one that made this.
Really?
Yep. And this is the one that was used at SummerSlam against Triple H. So it's a pretty cool item to have on the table.
Definitely.
Be a part of the official wrestling museum.
Especially this one, definitely. Alright, now before I kick off a little bit into Raw, I want to mention something about Ric Flair. He was supposed to be on Raw, but he kind of had some health issues, so WWE sent him home.
Yeah.
I hope the best of luck to him. I hope he's not.
Well, he was actually at the event that we went to. He was at Big Time Wrestling. It was a great show, great group of people they had there. And he did his signings for the weekend, and he ended up flying to Raw. It ended up being a blood clot in his leg. Yeah. To my knowledge, he didn't complain too much about at the show. Again, I wasn't around him 24/7. He was there to do his business, sign the autographs, and leave. So hopefully he's doing better now.
I want to get into a little bit of John Cena and The Rock on Raw. The main event on Raw wasn't even a match, sad to say. But anyway, yeah, they had a little debate going on, and I have to admit, I'm not too much of a Cena fan, but John Cena carried that whole thing. It was a waste of time, in my opinion. It was just the legends that they had down there, though, I thought was great, phenomenal. They were going with the storyline, they added to it. It was definitely a great thing to watch.
I think it wasn't a waste of time, only because they needed to sell this match, and Cena did it. Cena made it know why it was once in a lifetime last year, and why it's not now. John Cena. Whoa.
John Cena?
I'm stumbling out that word. He actually.
What's wrong with you?
I know. He made this match. Now, hey, I want to watch it. Rock has been gone. Rock has not done what he wants. He thinks he can go back to his old catchphrases. It's entertaining, but it's not selling.
No.
And that's what he needs to do. It was great seeing Foley, Booker T, Dusty Rhodes, Brett. There's a couple of times during this interview that you can look at Dusty's face, you can look at Brett's face, and you can see that they were getting sunk into this. And for them being the type of workers they were, the respect that they had from this business, it tells you they were doing their job. Yeah. I think Cena.
You and that Senior.
Yeah, he's just going to be John for this show for some reason. John, he had one answer that was like 50 miles long.
Oh my God! He wouldn't stop.
He had an answer that was 3 words, and Rock got after him about it.
Like, I was like, "What? There's nothing wrong with this picture here." Like, come on.
Just saying this on a side note, okay? If you go to Wrestling Museum, the official WrestlingMuseum.com, go to the videos. There's one of John Cena's father. Well,
John Cena's father.
Yeah. Okay. There's a video that he made this past weekend for the museum, so check that out. There's also one for Buff Bagwell on there. He did a great job. We're going to talk about Buff in a little bit too. It's one of those things. Hey, it's been a long week of promotion. I'm running on maybe 2 hours of sleep a day, but this museum is worth it, guys. But honestly, I think the interview segment went really well. I don't think it was should have ended the show.
No.
I think it was definitely well. Dusty was funny how he asked this question.
It could have been the co-main event, as I would call a lot of people. But
Yep.
All right, now I want a little bit of Alberto Del Rio time now. I'm not sure if any of you noticed, but his theme song slightly changed a little bit. It sounds, I can't even describe it. I'm not a big fan of it.
It's a Fizz version.
Yeah.
All they do is they put the like the Mexican hat dance to his dean, to just
It's-
keep it alive.
it's just-
Honestly, I don't think they needed to
No,
do it. He was
no.
getting over with it, they should have kept it with it. And if you're gonna talk music, you gotta think of one theme, and boom, boom, boom comes to my head with Kofi Kingston. I love that theme, I love the pyros that go with it, they time everything right, but this guy is not on WrestleMania.
That's
It's
making me
irking
mad
me,
right there.
it's irking a lot of people in the social media world, just people all around. Kofi Kingston earned what he's got these days. Kofi Kingston should be on your WrestleMania card. He should not be in the Battle Royal. He should not be thrown on that day.
I don't want-
He should not
I
be thrown on the
yeah.
week of. He should already been on the
I
card.
don't even want to see him on the pre-show. I want him on the main card, not the pre-show.
Well, you know what I think people need to do? I think they really need to voice their opinion. This
Mhm.
is how they're gonna voice their opinion. They're gonna go on Twitter, okay? They're gonna follow the official wrestling museum, okay? And that's wrestling_museum, drop the G in wrestling. You're gonna follow us, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a petition for Kofi to be at WrestleMania. And all you're gonna keep doing is retweeting it. Every tweet we do, retweet it. Because we're gonna blow this up so much that it's gonna be one of the actual trending things.
Oh, yeah.
And WWE is gonna catch on.
They're
So we're
gonna
do
do
it
so-
all
yeah.
the shows throughout the week. So follow us on Twitter. Friend us on Facebook as well. We give a lot of hints out. Subscribe to us on YouTube because it's definitely worth it. We've got so much going on.
Oh,
Check
yeah.
out the website. There's tons of videos on it. The new Paul Bearer tribute page is on it. There's a lot more coming on there. It's definitely worth it. We got this page coming up soon. The custom rings that we've got coming in, they are in. All we're gonna do is make sure the pictures are coming in. Information will be on the site this week about this. It's going to be great. You get tons of different wrestlers.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
actually going to be in 2 different sizes. This is the display one. It's more for show. You can put up somewhere. And there's going to be one that's going to be actual big enough that you can do a suplex with your wrestling figures in it. And they can
Have
actually
fun.
wrestle.
Have fun with it.
If anybody doesn't know, this is the actual Mexican style wrestling rings. This is what they have down in Mexico. They don't use
Mexico.
the Jack Pacific or what's the company now?
Jack Pacific, blah, 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 blah.
No,
That's
they
what
don't
I'm
use their, yeah, they don't use their type of ring, so they have them down there, but this is what they use down there. This is very big, they're hard to come by, but we have a company down there that's gonna be working with us, it's great. And we're also opening up a store where we're gonna have a lot of our fan art shirts. There's a special thing,
Love the fan art, keep it
there's
coming.
special different pitches, figures, they're gonna be there, we're gonna do an eBay store with it also. There's a lot coming up, there's so much new stuff with the official wrestling museum. We did the set last week for Off the Ropes Talk Show and the Q&A show, so a lot of great things coming. So please follow us, friend us, subscribe us, do the hokey pokey, go to our site.
I'm proud of you.
If you're gonna do all this, let's get into our famous segment every week. The gimmick of the week is our famous segment. If you guys don't know about, we pick somebody from the past, present, future. Well, we can talk about somebody in the future.
You try the future.
We can take that. And we talk about one guy or female that really made an impact in the business because of their gimmick, because of their character.
I'm actually going to go with this week, I'm going to go with an old classic WCW guy. His name's Glacier. I was, you know, when Glacier first came, yeah, thank you. I thought about that a lot. I was like, I think I'm going to pick Glacier. Glacier is, I mean, if you think about it, he looks just like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, Sub-Zero.
Why did you hit me?
So that has I can do it again if you want.
Yo,
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna get my bodyguard.
That's
over here.
your bodyguard? Your bodyguard?
Okay, I was just telling you to the boy over there, he's not that smart, I'm telling you, because he can't put 2 and 2 together. I don't think he picked Glacier this week because we have a Glacier armband, arm pad, and knee pad in the official wrestling museum. That's right, we got some of his gear for the official wrestling museum, but he cannot put it together like that because there's no marbles
Touch
up
a
there.
hole, touch a
But
hole.
no, Glacier's pretty cool. I give him credit. He's got the
Especially
martial
when he had
arts
his feud going with Canyon. I love it.
Yeah, I definitely think that was good. I give you props for, you know, especially that we have items of him. My gimmick of the week is gonna be the Mounties.
Ooh,
He
nice.
had a Canadian cop gimmick. He had that nice stick that always electrocute you, but whenever it went to him, it never really electrocuted him for some reason, except for that 2 times.
Let's electrocute
But he was a great Intercontinental Champion, had a great feud with Bret Hart, even with Roddy Piper, you know, going into the whole switch over.
I can agree
It
with
was
that.
definitely, you know, really good. I kind of miss him. I kind of hope he goes to the Hall of Fame.
And he was also in WCW as well. I miss him now.
Now, we're talking about bowl of themes, okay? We're talking about bowls right now. Bowls right now, not ball, but bowls right now. X-Pac had an injury this past week, and the reason why we're going to bring this up is not because we want to capitalize, it's not because we want to LOL, because we're social media, because we want people to follow us and friend us and all that good stuff. But he had an incident with doing the Bronco Buster, and he kind of ripped his ankle, okay? And he needed surgery. This is serious.
I'm sorry.
Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, and they were kind of touching on allowing me to talk, but I'm going to talk about this anyway.
Yeah, just hold on.
Is X-Pac, please contact me personally. You got my number. How did this happen? Okay? I've done the Bronco Buster in matches before. I've seen you do it. I cannot physically figure out how you talk. Okay? So, I hope you're doing better down there. I guess that's what I can say. But,
I'm sorry.
no clue how that happened, but you...
I don't know
I
how
don't
that's
know.
possible either. All these times in the WWF, you never ever put.
Yeah, so, I don't know,
Oh
but...
man, alright.
I don't know, I don't know about it, I'm trying to think, but... I didn't say that. They wanted me to say it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Now let's get into a little bit of Shield versus Randy Orton right back in the Big Show. They're building that up really well. Sorry. I think this whole thing this feud's going great. Eventually at WrestleMania, my prediction, Randy Orton is definitely going to switch sides. He's going to help Shield, and he's going to help the Shield go up, and hopefully one of us is going to become a champion.
Just continue talking.
I should
It's a short
smack
time
you.
to
I
talk.
should smack you.
Well, it's true, because he's already
He's gonna hit,
jumping
all right,
into
he's gonna hit,
predictions here.
in my opinion, I think Randy Orton's gonna help push the Shield. It's gonna be the new legacy, and I can't wait for it to happen, because I think the Shield is great.
Okay, but he's jumping to his predictions, because
Yeah.
next week's shows are gonna be dedicated to WrestleMania, and we're gonna do predictions on that. So
Yeah,
obviously, when
whatever.
that time
Yeah.
comes, don't go to the bathroom, stay tuned, because I'll make it interesting during that match. But, I honestly think it's going good. The Shield's gonna build up good. Orton's show's doing a fantastic job with this. Sheamus, I think this is great, you know, how they're doing this. And I'm glad they took Ryback out of it.
Mhm.
I think him and Mark Henry's gonna actually have a great match there.
Mhm.
But I agree with you, Orton, I see jumping ship,
And he's
gonna be
been
leading it,
faced
and I
too
think
long.
it's gonna actually help carry the Shield to where they need to be.
He's been faced too long, in my opinion. It's about time to change the world since they turned Del Rio face. But
True.
now let's get into a little bit of TNA. Come on, stop action wrestling. Anyway, Bully Ray. I love how Impact they had Bully Ray do all the little Bully Ray segments and explained how he did the whole thing with Hogan and Brooke, and it was just great, phenomenal idea. I love how Devon said, no, we're not going to get back together as a tag team, and look what happened, lockdown. I loved it. But yeah, that was just a fantastic thing, and now I'm just waiting for Jeff Hardy to get his rematch. They had a fatal four-way match in Impact. It was between Jeff Hardy, Magnus Mojo, and James Storm. Phenomenal match. I enjoyed it. I love all the wrestlers. They're very talented. It was such a great match. My eyes were not off my screen. I was sitting there watching like, this is amazing. I couldn't think of nothing else. I really couldn't.
I agree. I think the match was great. I think the segments with Bully was great. You know, they needed obviously to give them that mic time to, you know, plug it as much as they do. I think it's great having Bully up front. And what you said about the match is absolutely true. It was phenomenal. It kind of given that Jeff was going to go over. Either
They
way,
had to, because they needed to
I don't
win
think
that.
he should have won
Mm-hmm.
to be able to be the number one contender, because he should have his rematch. It should be already broken to the clause from
Right.
School way. But at the same token, I think it was great. You know, good to see Jeff in it. Do I see Jeff winning it?
No.
Unfortunately, no. Not because I'm siding with the hater over here. It's because I think they're gonna keep it going and keep the storyline for Bully and Hogan for the next major pay-per-view.
Yeah, don't go. Oh, I don't want to go champion.
Now, speaking of this, the gimmick of the week is over so great. We're doing a new segment every week along with the gimmick of the week. This is called the push of the week. And what this is going to be is who we think deserves to get a push. We're going to stick this week with probably more of the current guys. I know who I want. I don't know who he's going to say.
I know.
In coming weeks, it could be guys from the past who should have got a push, but this is going to be the push of the week. Who needs it now? Who do you say?
My push of the week is going to have to be somebody who was great from the get-go when he first came in. I thought he was phenomenal. I'm going to have to go with Kofi Kingston. That guy was going over Randy Orton I don't know how many times, and WWE just saw him.
I think something happened with Kofi that's making him go boom. And that's just not because of the father's theme song. I don't know why they're not giving him the push. They're making him a job and doing all this stuff. I honestly think that Kofi should be some